Hello there guys, welcome back to a brand new video, welcome back to Younes Talks Football as it's review time and we're out the FA Cup. It's exhausting. At this point it's exhausting because today was a perfect reflection of how many issues we have operating within the football club, overall. Why? Because there's a lot of focus that normally goes on to Poch, right? And there's a lot of focus that normally goes on tactics or system or man management or whatever. And I feel like at those times, a lot of people ignore the reality of the situation that we have when it comes to the players and the levels and lack of development, lack of maturity, no experience, all those sort of things. A lot of people try to sweep that under the carpet. Nah, Poch. And then today happens and it's the complete opposite. But in today, the game itself speaks for just how crazy things are in terms of the levels of the players that we have in the squad. But it's not just all that either. I've realised there seems to be one thing, I think, within the fan base is we always want to pinpoint it on one problem. Like it's one problem. It's one, that's it. Everything's mutually exclusive. It's got to be that, or no, if it's not that, it's definitely that. Like, why can't it be all of them? Because today I've got to be honest. Today I feel like there's things that you blame Poch on, but it's not all Poch. And it's not even mostly Poch. Today is a little bit Poch. When you look to maybe how long it took for him to make a substitution, perhaps, yeah. The subs that he did end up making, yeah. Gusto came off and you question whether he was injured on his knee or not. And if that's the case, we ain't got a right back to turn to. So you can understand all of that. But at the same time, you look at the levels that we have in the team, the chances we missed. I also want to clarify something. I'm going to talk about the chances we missed because that's ultimately what cost us. But I'm not going to agree with the notion, like I've already seen post-match from a few people online in the space going, we had 40 shots. No, we didn't. City had more shots than us. What are we talking about? So this is where I'm going to really double down on. We didn't even show up today. People are going to say, oh no, it was just the chances that we missed. We missed 3 chances and all 3 were Jackson. That was Jackson. We blame Jackson for that. I am coming to Jackson, you best believe. But apart from that, tell me what other clear-cut chance did we have? When you actually go and look at how many shots we had 10 total. 3 of them were blocked. Man City had more. Man City had more. More chances, more attempts than us. They played 120 minutes against Real Madrid on Wednesday. We looked like the team that were operating in that fashion. We looked like the team that played 120 minutes against Real Madrid on Wednesday. They didn't look like it. Towards the end, they were winning every first ball, second ball. They were going for everything. Running past our players, quick passing, tiki-taka, 1-2s, in-betweens, triangles, combos, all sorts. Who's the team that played extra time on Wednesday? Who's the team that went to penalties against Real Madrid? Was it them or us? Because it looked like us. So that's where I'm not buying the whole thing. Oh no, we were absolutely perfect. We just missed those chances, but everything else was spot on. No, it wasn't. So this is what I'm saying. It's not just one problem. There's loads of problems. But this isn't new. Why are we acting like this is new? This isn't new. This is the state of the football club. This is what the football club is in now. This is what we've put ourselves in. This is how we're running in 2024. This is what we've done for the last 2 years. Today summed up everything. Because, like I said, at times when normally everyone is only on Poch, and forget all the other problems that we have, today brought light to other problems that we have. Yeah, finally. Let's talk about Jackson. I'm sorry. The fact that we are relying on a Jackson as our number 9 is insane. It's insane. I'm sorry, it's insane. You know, you can always have doubts like, he has one good game and then two bad games and then one good game and then you think, he's got a goal. And then you're always in doubt. But I'm sorry, when you miss what you missed today, I'm sorry. You've just confirmed any fear that we all had that you're not good enough. Simple as that. Not just not good enough. He hasn't got anyone around him at the club to show him. He's not got anyone to set an example. He's not got anyone to set the levels. He's coming in week by week, just winging it. And he scores a great goal against Everton, and then he misses what he misses today. It's just ridiculous. But we're acting like this is new. This isn't new. This isn't new. This has been the story of the whole season. The fact he missed those chances, those 3 chances, one with the one-on-one, literally one-on-one, chooses to go round late, not even early, chooses to go round late, gets caught up, fluffs it, completely misplaces it. Horrible. Instead of thinking to lob, instead of taking the shot, placing it somewhere, he had all the time and space in the world. Then the other chance comes along, fluffs that. 5 seconds later, gets a header that comes literally on a plate from Cole Palmer, instead to head it, pick a spot, put it there. No. Hits the ground and goes straight to Ortega's hands. Literally watches it bounce in front of him. Cheers, thank you very much. Cheers, Nico. I agree, you can't miss those chances, man. But this is what we recruited. This is what we have. Let me tell you guys something now. If we take off Jackson, who's playing up front? Oh, wait. Broja? No, he's on loan at Fulham. Washington? Well, we've not even seen him play for more than 5 minutes, so God knows what he's about. Okay. So we can't rely on a Nico Jackson in a FA Cup semi-final, so we're going to rely on a David Washington in an FA Cup semi-final instead. That's what we're doing, yeah? That's what we got. That's what we've recruited. That's our business. That's what we've done. What more do you want? That's what we've left ourselves with. So today was a perfect illustration of acknowledging all the other problems that we have at this club, aside from Pochettino. Despite Pochettino being one, of course. It's a collective, and they can all live harmoniously. Trust me, all these problems live together. It's not just one thing. People want it to be one thing because they have this hope in their heads that if we just solve this one thing, we're back to our best. That's it, problem solved. No. We got 99 problems. When you fix one, well, you got 98, basically. That's the not so popular version of the song. You know, that's what we're left with. So it's a multitude of issues that we have to deal. But going back to that Jackson, you can't be missing at that level. You just cannot be missing at that level. You can't. You're the leading man at the club. You can't be missing at that level. But like I said, I've acknowledged exactly why we are in that situation, because that's what we've put ourselves in to rely on. That's all we've got. So it's insane. It's insane. The fact that that's all we have to rely on illustrates exactly what's wrong with this football club, what's wrong with this model, why I keep hammering down about this model, the recruitment, the strategy, the directors, the owners, is because we know that right now they are not budging from exactly what we are seeing on this pitch right now. See these levels that we have right now? Yeah, they don't want to move away from that. They want to keep this. And then when you start talking about the manager and you start talking about Pochettino, right? And all right, if we were to replace him, trust me, chances are somehow at this football club, the grass isn't greener on the other side. Somehow we'll probably get rid of Poch and end up with someone worse. That's how we're moving. So it's not like Chelsea of old. It's really not, where you make one change, one tweak, and all of a sudden everything's fixed. That's just not how it is. And today proved it. Man City coming out of 120 minutes, coming out with all of that fatigue, all those issues, they managed to get themselves cemented into the game. And I'm not saying we played badly in terms of how the setup was or how we were. We were there, we were involved. We didn't just fold, right? Fair. But we didn't really do much with it. You know what I mean? At best, we got a bunch of 6.57 out of 10s, at best, across the pitch. When you're playing Man City, you can't have that. So this doesn't surprise me. And you know what's crazy? Just to sum it up, I've done the watch along, and I'm literally watching, and those of you that were there will know. We're coming into these chances after Jackson missed that first chance, I swear, and you can go back and watch it. Every time, and Caicedo once as well, when they came close, I was like, yeah, we're going to fluff it. They're going to fluff it. They're going to fluff it. And then what happens? Boom, we fluff it. It's not a surprise anymore. This is what I'm saying. It's happened so many times. It's not a surprise anymore. It's not a surprise anymore. Now, the one thing that I will look to Poch is the initial setup at the start and how we ended the game. I would not have played Enzo today. And today was clear. Enzo had a stinker. Stinker. For me, though, I would have rather kept Gallagher tight with Caicedo in that role and allowed Palmer in that 10. Instead, what he did, he stuck Gallagher on the left. And he wasn't even that bad out of left, if I'm being completely honest. Gallagher tucking in, when he was cutting in and trying to find some technicality, that's where you could see he would stumble. But winning the ball, running down the flank, cutting himself in and creating that space, he done. After that, he went blank. But he just passed. But that wasn't the worst thing. That midfield, Enzo looked lost. Caicedo getting bookings for fun, committing fouls for fun, as usual. It was getting overrun. Pep was tweaking that midfield constantly. Rodri's there. Then all of a sudden, Akanji's next to him. Then all of a sudden, Rodri's now gone right centre back, shifted to a back three. Akanji's now in the middle. De Bruyne is now dropping deeper. Bernardo Silva's tucking in. I mean, it's all constant adaptation going on. We saw 3 system changes in the first half for Manchester City. That just tells you the level that Pep is thinking on, that he's operating on. It's mad. We're not even close to those levels. We're not even close. If Man City today came at 100%, having not played the Champions League game, I think it could have been a long day. A very long day. Now, I will say this. The penalty was a penalty. That handball, how that was not given, I don't know. How that was not given as a pen, I don't know. The VAR looked at that. They actually looked at it and went, nah, how? How did they look at that and go, no, how? It's not possible. So on that, I have to say, can't blame Chelsea or anyone on that. That's a clear-cut handball, and I don't understand how that's not given. Michael Oliver allows it to go to VAR, and then VAR say no. I don't know how. It's obvious. It's right there. And they've gone, no, handball. How? So that is the one, that's baffled me. Absolutely baffled me. But aside from that, it was City. Pochettino setting up the game in the way that he did, that initial midfield, the midfield was where I had an issue with Enzo starting. Cucurella on the left. Bad day. Let's be real. Bad day. Him and Enzo could not combine whatsoever either. Every time the ball's misplaced. Every single time. Goes out for a throw. Or Cucurella passed to Enzo and he's missed it. Between them, they just have no chemistry. It's crazy. But after that, going into the 80th minute onwards is where Pochettino started to look at some substitutions. We go 1-0 down and then all of a sudden the floodgates open and he starts bringing everyone on. But why? Why not make those changes before? Why not try and add some fresh legs before? Knowing that City are tiring. They're tiring. But they just have... As I said, even in the 90th minute, 95th, they were winning the first ball, second ball. They were still jumping up and down. They were still running. They were still combining. Fair play, City. Fair play. They deserve it, absolutely deserve it. And like I said, for us, it's not one problem. Whether you reckon it's Poch that's the problem, whether you reckon it's Jackson that's the problem, whether you reckon it's the recruitment that's the problem, whether you reckon it's the players that's the problem, whether you reckon that we've not got experience, whether you reckon that whatever, name it, you're correct. Name it, you are correct. You're all right. So that's what needs to cement in. That's how many layers we've got at the football club. That's how many problems we've got. That's why we are where we are. And that's why we won't be playing European football next season. Simple as that. Europa League? Nah. Well, we've got to finish 6th. Let's wait and see what happens at the Emirates. We'll see what happens there. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will catch all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. So I'll see all of you then. Thank you all so much, people. In a bit. Take care.